Robert Lehrman was the White House chief speechwriter for former Vice President Al Gore, and he joins us in our Washington studio to talk about the midterm elections. Robert, welcome to our program.
Oh, thank you for having me.
This election, to me, it just feels different. Voters seem to be energized. I mean, we've got some staggering numbers. More than 35 million people did early voting. Does that tell us anything? And does this election feel different to you?
It certainly feels different to me. High turnout today usually is considered a good sign for Democrats. But there are high turnouts in rural states, which could be good for Republicans. But it is very different. And I think the stakes are very high.
And is that why you think people, especially young people, feel so energized?
Well, that's part of it. But, it is all about Donald Trump. I mean, people try to have local races, but he has nationalized this campaign. And really, when you look at where are the disapproval ratings, it comes from people that just don't like him as a person or think he is great. So what is that going to do? I think what will happen is the Democrats look like they will take the House, and it looks to me like they will not take the Senate.
Okay.
But
that's your prediction.
Yes, and even if they take the House, the Democrats, I think that will be a disaster for this administration. It'll be like Hurricane Michael without any first responders, because I was in the White House in 1994, when we lost the House. And it was devastating. We didn't expect to do it. Suddenly, Clinton was running around trying to what they call triangulate. He wasn't on the left or the right. He was in the middle. And he was hiring a Republican strategist to help shape his message. And we really couldn't get a lot done.
Let me move on to governor races, gubernatorial races, 36. And the one that a lot of people are talking about is the one in Georgia. Yeah. Stacey Abrams could become the first Black female governor of this country. But this race has been very controversial. She's running against Republican Brian Kemp. Why has this race created so much controversy?
Well, first of all, she is a pioneer. I believe she will be the first African-American.
We have her with Oprah Winfrey there, a star power in Georgia.
Well, it would be a first in governor's races. Also, there's been a lot of controversy about voter suppression. The Republican candidate, the Secretary of State, is in charge of running elections.
So issues of conflict of interest here as well.
There's certainly a case to be made for that.
President Trump, Robert, has really focused so much of his attention in this campaign on immigration and that migrant caravan making its way through the U.S.-Mexico border. I want you to take a listen to what he said Monday during a campaign stop in Cleveland, Ohio. Okay.
Democrats are inviting caravan after caravan, isn't that nice, of illegal aliens to flood into our country and overwhelm your communities. If you want more caravans and more crime, vote Democrat. If you want strong borders and safe communities, vote Republican.
What do you make of that? Isn't that sort of fear-mongering here?
Absolutely. Look, I teach political speech writing. I have a book on political speech. I pay attention to rhetoric. I have never, in 40 years of being in politics, seen the amount of lying that I see coming out of the White House. To say that Democrats are inviting criminals in, that Democrats are for our open borders.
But does he have a point here that illegal immigration needs to be controlled in this country?
Yes, but that's a point that the Democrats agree with. The point is, are the things he is saying true? Now, I'm very hesitant to say that people lie in public life because I'm not in their brain. I don't know what they're thinking, what is self-deception. But in this case, there are so many things that he says. He's given a whole new career to journalists there's a guy in Toronto who does nothing every day but fact-check his speeches. It is really something new and I think dangerous and I hope temporary.
All right, we'll see what happens. Robert Lehrman, thank you so much.
Thank you.